Hey everyone, I am Lauren Yellen Weinberg, the founder of Lasting Change Wellness, and I empower people and organizations with the tools to become better and better. And I am so excited that Michael Deere invited me to be part of this project to help you become better and better at living happy in the broken world. I get it. There is so much going on, right? I am recording this and it is November of 2023. And I feel quite directly impacted by a lot of what's happening in the world. And things feel unsettled. And it's really easy to focus on fear, on anxiety, on worrying about the future, right? They've started a whole new branch of psychology just to help people who are worried about the ecology of the earth and what's going to be happening in the future. I get that there is so much to worry about, and there is so much that can just feel heavy, that can feel just like it's blotting out the sun. But what I do in my work is I help people shine. And I always say, even in the darkest night, there is a crack of light. There's a crack of light, and you can train yourself to look for that crack of light, because when you do, it changes everything. So I do have some practices that I want to share with you today that can make a huge difference in helping you find that crack of light, in helping you feel like you can start to shine again when your light has felt like that it's been dimmed by everything that goes on in this chaotic world. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is refocusing your perspective. Like I said, looking for that crack of light. It takes some practice, but you need to turn the lens. When you can turn the lens, it starts to shift how you feel inside. And what I mean by turning the lens, let's just start by looking at the numbers. The truth is, there's so much more positivity. There's so much more happiness. There are so many more people living in health and well-being and harmony in the world than there are people who are living in chaos, in poverty, in dire circumstances. The problem is our brains. Our brains were formed at a time where we needed to be hyper alert to danger in the environment. If we were going to survive as a species, when humans first started to walk on two legs, got rid of some of the hair that was on our bodies, or however you think that this happened, came down from alien spaceships, when humans first started inhabiting our earth, we needed to be hyper alert. We needed to be able to see danger so that we could survive, right? And back then it was pretty easy, like a cliff that no longer, like where the path ended at a cliff, that's danger. You fall off, you die, there's no more person. Or the saber-toothed tiger is coming at you. You had to be able to see it real quick and then find your exit and, make a beeline for that. These days, we don't have those things. Well, there might still be a cliff, but hopefully, your GPS will notice it before you drive off. But we don't have those saber-toothed tigers. We don't have those same kinds of immediate dangers. Our brain interprets danger, things as danger that aren't necessarily danger. Just because your mind thinks something doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So we are attracted to those things that feel dangerous, that make us feel fearful, that make us feel anxious. That doesn't necessarily mean that our thought about that is true. And everything in our media, everything in the world around us is geared toward trying to lock into that feeling of fear. The news, they could be showing us good news, but that's not what people get hooked into. They know it. They know that what we notice naturally because of our brains are the negative things, the negative stories, the fear. And look, when there's something big going on in the world, that's like a guarantee. That's why those 24-hour news programs, that's all they bring you. Instagram, once you start, or TikTok or any of that, once you start liking or looking at those videos that are showing you death and destruction, that are showing you fear, that are showing you problem, you're going to see more of that. And you begin to think that is all there is. It's not true. Put the devices away, curate what you're taking in, curate what you're watching, curate what you're listening to, not to feed the fear, but look for the good. Look for the cracks of light. They are there. You're watching this video. Bravo, you're already doing it. You are looking for the cracks of light. Turn down the volume on the rest of it. Change your perspective by looking for the good. I love on the Today Show, in the midst of all the crazy, horrible stories, that Hoda Kotb has her morning boost, where she is looking for things on social media that actually bring a smile to our faces, right? There are things to follow about positivity, about positive quotes, motivation, inspiration, things that really can help lift you. You can follow me on social media. You can follow me at Lasting Change Coach on Instagram, or at Lauren Yellen Weinberg on my LinkedIn, because I post things that are positive. And I know everybody says, keep talking to the problem. That's how your clients will find you. But I live to shine. I live to help other people shine. And so I like to inspire. I like to find those cracks of light. So you can too. So that's number one. Number two is gratitude. And I know you've heard it from everybody. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. But honestly, you hear about it because it's truth. Being thankful creates new neural pathways in your brain that can help override those fear instincts. Gratitude, even looking for things to be grateful for, starts to build those neural pathways, even if you don't find them. But the more of those little tidbits of gratitude you can find, exponentially it grows and it shifts your whole outlook. I always say there is no faster way to put your positive pants on than gratitude. And you can do this with a formal gratitude practice, or you can just develop an attitude of gratitude. I have both. Every morning I wake up, and almost first thing in the morning, I get outside without sunglasses on so I can get some of that light in my eye. That immediately turns my brain on. It gives me energy. This happens again in your brain. This is a neurological phenomenon. It immediately starts to, you get the pop, 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 pop of that positivity starts to link together just from getting outside and taking that walk. Now I amp up that walk by making it my gratitude walk. And I always start with the same thing. Good morning, day. What a beautiful day to be alive. Thank you, universe, for waking me up today, for giving me this opportunity. And then I go from there. And some days I might be thankful for things that are really specific, like, thank you for that new client, or, thank you for this opportunity I had to speak somewhere. And sometimes I might be general, like, thank you so much for my positivity. Thank you for the happiness that I get to feel. Thank you for my wonderful friends and family. Thank you for making me see things with a new perspective. Like just anything. It could literally be anything. Every morning I take that first sip of hot tea. Oh, thank you for tea. Like I just couldn't be more grateful every single day. Do this for even 2 weeks, and I promise you're going to notice a difference. Just look for things to be grateful for. So have that formal practice. Maybe for you, it's journaling for 5 minutes every morning. There's a woman who wrote a book on being grateful just while you're having your cup of tea or coffee in the morning. 5 minutes. So I wrote a whole book about it because it's that important. So, you can have you might do it before you go to bed at night. You just like, instead of counting sheep, you can count things that you're grateful for. That could be your formal practice. And you could just have an attitude of gratitude. Just always look for those things to be grateful for. And you could start with the formal practice, and I promise you that attitude of gratitude is coming right behind. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you that just change everything about the way you feel. Look for ways to be kind to other people. Acts of loving kindness. When you help others, the way that they proverbially say, you get back so much more than you give. It just makes you feel good. You not only give off all those good feel-good chemicals that your brain and your body love to experience, but your soul, like you feel good down into your soul when you help other people or you're just kind to other people. And I say there are no small acts of kindness. It could be people that you know, just being kind to the people in your family, or maybe people you don't know. Maybe it's just taking the cart from a stranger in a parking lot at the grocery store and saying, I'll return that for you. Or maybe it's just smiling at a stranger and saying, hey, what kind of day are you having? I talk to everybody. As you could probably imagine, I talk to everybody because it makes me feel good, and I know it makes that other person feel good too. Give a compliment. Help a neighbor. There are no small acts of kindness. And if you want to amp that up, go volunteer somewhere. Do something that you feel is bringing good back into this world that's so broken. The reason that I help people shine is because I truly believe that when you shine, you light up the world around you. And my mission is not only to help people feel good in their life so they can shine, but it's those ripple effects. It's to light up the world around them. I truly believe when you shine, you give permission to the people around you to shine their brightest. And those vibrations truly do go out to the universe and help to heal the planet. And I know that sounds really woo-woo to a lot of people, but it's been proven. There's a scientific study that says that if you are connected to somebody 100 miles away, they've done it, where people are communicating by computer, you're having positive thoughts in your mind while you're communicating to somebody, they get more positive on the other end of that communication, having nothing to do with what's communicated. Positive energy is contagious. It literally will help to heal the world. So I'm inviting you to don't stay stuck. Don't stay stuck in the pain, right? I understand that it's easy to do, but don't make that your permanent residence. You can invite it to visit, as Rumi says, like the guest house. You can invite all the emotions to visit, but they don't get to live there. You get to take control. You get to decide how you're going to live in the world. So yes, the world is broken, and we can send all of our loving energy out to the world. But for yourself, refocus, invite gratitude, and there are no small acts of loving kindness. So from my heart to yours, I wish you health. I wish you happiness. I wish you healing. Most of all, I wish you joyful shining. Go shine your light. You will light up the world around you. Peace.